Not anymore. Use this brand. Just simple. Open the cap, apply, wash. See this long, beautiful Floyd hair I have? Gorgeous, isn't it? I look like Stone Cold Steve Austin without the 316. There goes all my black friends.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Everyman Show, episode 108. It's our continuation of the Quarantine Chronicles. I felt like I couldn't even say that for a second. Quarantine Chronicles. Yes, it's a continuation of that. I will continue to do these until either I get tired or you guys get tired or we all get tired and this is all over. Whatever comes first, doesn't matter. I am your host, John Everyman. And sitting with me is still this laptop. My other co-host, Lily, Lucky. Walter, I haven't said this. I don't know why. It's so weird. Fuck off. Like, legit. Like, especially when this is over. Fuck off. Yeah, you look like you haven't even done a job in this one. Oh my God, people. So, I guess we'll catch up with some guests on the show, see how their quarantine experiences have been coming along. But in the meantime, I have news. These are stories. These aren't things that I read. These are things that have happened to me in this week. I call this my own personal quarantine news of the world. Number one, people panicking. I haven't seen it as much, but I know it's still out there because there's still no fucking toilet paper. There's just no toilet paper. You can't find toilet paper. You still can't find hand sanitizer. Lysol, forget about it. One of the things I saw in the store, though, and this is my indication of how the world is kind of working right now. Number one, couples are fighting at an all-time rate. Do you know how many couples I saw fight this week, Walter?
No, I'm in.
Three couples. I've never, and two of them in the same day. Okay, I don't see that often. I seen one where it was the two that I could really remember. Really, I saw one where I'm in. that promo's still kicking in. But I'm in one, right? I'm in this one store. And I see this guy. I see this guy walking out pissed, right? But he's looking back, and he's looking back, I guess, at his wife or his girlfriend, and he's screaming. And he goes, but like pissed while they're walking out. Why do we stand in line? Why do we come here, huh? Why do we stand in line for? Why do we stand in line? And she's over there, and you can feel like she's rolling her eyes, but she's got like a body language of like she's tired of living. I was like, holy crap, man. And then I seen a second one. I'm at the liquor store, right? I'm buying my shit for the week, you know? I see this other couple, and the one lady starts saying really loud, she starts airing out her husband's business. He's picking beer. She's like, don't buy that. Stop buying that. You look like you have a heart attack. You have a heart problem. You can't continue to drink. And he snapped back at her. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, couples are being serious about this stuff. I mean, what's going to happen in my prediction of all this, I believe that divorce is going to be at an all-time high. I am super duper convinced that if you're an attorney, especially like a family attorney, you're going to be banking once this is over.
I said divorce rate might go up, but you said
No, it's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna be dramatic because imagine, think about it. You're finally with the person that you can't stand. Imagine being with your ex-wife
Oh, why would you say that?
and you're stuck. You're stuck. What if you're on the back end of shit where you're already thinking divorce, but now you're fucked in this shit? I'm telling you right now, if I was with my baby moms, aka my ex-wife at the time, on our back end, man, every day would be miserable. Every day, one, I'd be waking up cleaning, freaking stressed out that she's stressed out. You know what I mean? And then I got my son that I'd have to deal with. You dig? I got dogs.
Oh, you forgot the birds.
You got birds. I couldn't personally handle this. I couldn't see myself like, wow, I'd be in super duper depression. So I understand what's about to come. I have a strong feeling. And that's good because I think there's some people out there that were thinking divorce but weren't ready for it. I think this is definitely that push. You feel me? Now you're really in a push, man.
You people talk about divorce. I'm thinking about the murder rate about to go up.
No.
Domestic violence about to go up.
No.
So,
Murder rate ain't gonna go up.
domestic violence.
Murder rate will not go up. Divorce will. Because murders, if murder rate's gonna go up, it'll go up in 2 weeks. Okay? In 2 weeks. If it doesn't happen in 2 weeks, it's not gonna happen at all.
Okay, let's not say murder. Let's say domestic violence. Women always beating up on men when we sleeping.
Domestic violence, I think is gonna be, yeah. I think in 2 weeks, I would see that more realistic than murder.
And I don't even think it's domestic violence, men hitting women. I think women are the abusers.
Oh no, for sure. I think it's a two-way street.
No, it's a one-way street. Women are the abuser.
What women?
So which one gets hit? The men? I mean, like the person that gets hit is the woman.
Men
Man,
do
let's
the
not
hitting.
put the sex on it. Let's say two people get.
Oh, the aggressor.
Oh yeah, who's the aggressor? How you call it?
The aggressor is what it is. The abuser. Yes.
Women are the abusers.
The aggressor. Yeah, women are abusive, but not all of them. That's not true. That's not. I can't.
Let's bring in one of our guests, a woman, to help.
Oh, we'll have that. We'll have that in a minute. But wait. I'm not done. So my next situation that I experienced this week. Number one, I hate to say this, but it has been one of the most beautiful things to drive in Miami on a Tuesday at 5:30 in the afternoon.
Woohoo!
Yo, I drove from West Palm Beach down to Miami, clear path, at 4:30, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it has been phenomenal. I hate that this is the condition that we brought it in, but it's like, you know, if you ever dreamed about driving in Miami with no traffic at 5 o'clock, like this was the time. Like I'm literally living the dream along with a handful, not a handful, but a few other people out there in the world. I don't think cars are coming back. I think this is going to be another game changer too with this whole staying home shit.
That's an amazing subject you brought up. Can you imagine what the truck drivers, the man that delivers the food?
Oh no. Truck drivers right now, they're getting there on time. Like you can't be getting late. You know what I realized driving? I realized driving that shit is far. When there's no traffic, yo, I drove and I was doing like 85, 90 miles per hour on the I-95 going to West Palm, right? There was no cars for like at least like a whole minute, right? I had no cars. And it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to understand this. There's no car around me for like a whole minute. And I looked from left to right and everything looked so slow. It looked like I was going 30 miles an hour. I was like, am I going fast? And I looked down at my speedometer, man, I was hitting 85. I was like, I'm going 85 miles per hour and it looks like it's 30. And I saw cars, but they felt so far away. That's another thing too. Speed. Yo, I've seen more people speeding on the highway than ever before in my life. I've seen cars racing each other, okay? Racing like, oh, bitch, you doing 85? I'm going to do 95. I must have seen at least in the week, I must have seen at least 4 people doing about 100. Because if I'm doing 85, 90, and you're passing me like if I'm going 70 or 50, yeah, you got to be doing that. At least like you. I was thinking in my mind, how fast you got to be going? Like about $110 to blow past someone that's doing 85, 90. 120. You think 120 blows you by like that?
Yeah, because I've done 115 in the car.
What's the fastest you've ever done is 115?
Yeah, I was in back of a trucker coming from Naples. He was doing that. If I was topping at 110, 115,
Yeah.
he had to be going a lot faster because I was just riding back of him. At least
A truck driver?
Yeah.
Dude, that's dangerous.
We're on Naples. You know that lane?
Yeah. That extension piece.
I was keeping up with him, but he had a couple yards ahead of me. So if I was hitting 115 and I couldn't catch up to him, he had to be. He was hitting.
That's crazy, but in a truck too.
Yeah, nigga, 18-wheeler with the trailer in the back.
Wow, you serious? That's dangerous. I wouldn't do that if I was a truck driver. I think the fastest I've ever driven in my life might have been. I know I definitely broke the 100 barrier. I've hit maybe, man. If I say 120, I may not be exaggerating, man. 120. I'll never forget. I raced the Mitsubishi Eclipse from Miami Lakes to Cutler Bay, which in perspective to anyone that doesn't know those areas, that's like what is that, like 20 mile difference? I raced for about 20 miles on the Palmetto, shooting south, man. It was late as fuck at night. I wouldn't do that in daytime. And I had a Dodge Stealth, so I felt like Dodge had to represent Mitsubishi. It was crazy, man. But you know what? It's just, you know what? I don't mind people speed racing right now out there. Just be careful, man. It looks fun, but I'm not racing in my Kia. I can't, man. I can't afford it. I'm too old for all that.
That's what happened. We got old, y'all.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about, man, I just came from Walmart earlier today, right? And I went to buy myself a printer. Well, I needed it because, in my business right now, things are changing a bit. So, and I busted my last printer. So I was like, fuck. I was trying to hold off, but I was like, okay, I think I need this. I kid you not. I went on Tuesday to go check out printers. And like, there was a bunch, man. There was like, there must have been like, there was fully stocked, okay? I went back 3 days later, and them bitches are gone. I went to 2 Walmarts. They were empty. I bought the last printer in one of them. But what the fuck? Like, what's the pandemic with printers? Like, I get the toilet paper. I definitely get the Lysol. I get the disinfectant wipes. I get I guess the disinfectant sprays. I get it. I get chicken. I get beef. I get it.
I might have an answer for that.
What?
Maybe, just maybe, since they have all you people work at home, now motherfuckers need more printers at the house.
Okay. Here's my thing. I thought about that.
Really?
I was trying to make sense of why we just went in 72 hours to a complete wipeout of printers. So I thought, okay, maybe school, work, because I heard one of the Walmart employees say, because she was talking to another customer and she was in Spanish and shit, talking about, there's about another, there's a whole nother, kids are in school, people need printers. I was like, that's cool and all right. But we've been in this pandemic for 3 weeks or a month already. So I would assume that kids already were in school online. You feel me? Like, where in the last 72 hours did the printer pandemic happen? Like, where did the overbearing need for printers happen? And okay, all right, kids are in school, parents are at home working. What the fuck do you need to print? Who are you handing what paper to?
You know how I feel about that. I'm an environmentalist. I believe on killing trees.
No, but like, listen, man, I don't get it. Like, I thought that was my other problem. I was like, who are you printing what to? I feel kind of dumb. I was like, I thought about it myself. I was like, well, do I really need this? What am I printing? I was like, I debated it a little bit, and I was like, wait, what if I receive something that I need? But then again, who am I receiving what from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, would you touch a piece of paper to scan it right now? Would you print a piece of paper and hand it to somebody and think that that person's going to take your paper cool? Like, I understood nothing of this printer pandemic. What's with the printer pandemic? Somebody, if anyone's writing to us, like, if you guys have an explanation, please, like, let me know what's up with this printer pandemic. I don't get it. I'm totally lost. Yeah, hit us up on the comments with that one. And if you guys have any like relationship stuff, any cool stories, share them with us, man. Because I love to hear them, man. If you guys want to go on the Everyman Podcast Show emails, you can. That is a good question. I mean, if people, I guess, yeah, you know, if you guys have your opinion on domestic violence, do you think it'll increase, especially in these next coming weeks that we're still not nowhere out of quarantine? Like, share your opinions. We'll read them back on the show, or I'll act like I remembered what you said. I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna move on. We're gonna get to these guests. Let's get to the guests, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Our first guest, she is no stranger to our show. She was on one of our episodes. She was an excellent guest, real funny and informative. I'm curious to understand the world of sex right now. You know, and it's funny that we talked about domestic violence here a second ago. Not everyone's, you know, at each other's throats. Some people are beating each other up in a sexy way. It's domestic, but in a kinky way. It's funny. What will be a term for that? You know, like, I don't know. Yeah, like a little bit of, they're probably doing that right now. I'm sure there's a lot of babies coming up, but man, Aquarius season's gonna be packed. But yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, if you time it right, there's a lot of December, January babies coming up. I'm telling you, Capricorns and Aquarius, man, make room. Yeah, we're going to have extra people coming in. But yeah, we're going to have our next guest.
Next topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have here someone that'll help us solve these domestic woes that people are going through during quarantine. She was on our recent episodes. I don't remember what episode, but I do remember the episode being called Juicy Talk. She is an actress. She is a model. She is an entrepreneur. She is exotic as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Juicy Jen.
Hi. Nice to meet you guys.
And she's now a relationship advisor for us on this show right now.
Yes, I love to give relationship advice, sexual advice, just advice on life.
First off, how are you?
Oh, I am really, really good, especially with all this bad shit happening with the quarantine and the corona. This shit's scary as hell. But considering everything, I'm super good and my family as well. I've been busy.
You've been staying busy. Listen, you're probably a part of the 5% of the country or the world right now that you staying busy. Like,
I've been staying super, super busy. A lot happened since I talked to you guys last on the show and when we last met up.
Well, first off, you look great. Quarantine or not, since the last time we seen you, look like you've improved. Like, you've gotten better.
I've improved, yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
you're looking more spectacular than the last time.
Thank you. I didn't dress up that much last time. My bad.
That's fine. I'm dressed up right now, but I feel like this is my dressed up every day. This is
Will
my
you actually
everyday.
have pants on?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, you would never know because look, number one,
you
I got.
know ways down.
Yeah. Look. Wait. I got my Florida shirt on. You see? You see the Florida
shirt. I wore a Florida shirt today.
So
it says grown.
Right. So if I have my Florida shirt on, you're right. There might be a slight chance I don't have my pants on. That is very. That seems very true.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited to talk to you, man. Yes, right? And not in that way, but yes. Maybe in that way a little bit.
I'm going to give you guys a good background. Bear with me right here.
Oh, you're going to give us a good bathroom? Okay. Okay.
Look at the aquarium here.
Okay.
Behind me. Lionfish.
Yeah, it looks like you're giving us an aquatic look. It feels like we're underwater right now.
Totally trying to give you that Aquatica look.
So you know what I was thinking?
Tell me.
I was just talking a few seconds ago here at the top of the show how I've been to the store lately and I've been seeing people argue. Like I've seen couples. I think I saw two in a day where they were just arguing. Like people are like they're bringing their shit to the streets.
Well, you know what's going on is because everybody is so quarantined and everybody's getting so stressed in their houses. They got their relationships, their marriages, their kids, everything like that. Everybody's so fucking pent up and underneath each other that they're getting on each other's nerves, even in the fucking stores. And you can't be hostile because, like, this is a hostile situation.
It is
calm as possible.
It really is. It's like you're watching people argue right now, and it's like they don't care that they're arguing in front of people and that people are watching. They're cool with this.
You know, I have a solution for that.
Yeah, well, before we get there, because I don't want, I want to get into solutions, but I want you to understand how serious this is, and I want the viewers to kind of understand this too. One of the things we were talking about, we're kind of playing guessing here, in the sense of we feel that domestic violence at home is going to rise if it hasn't already risen in the next couple weeks. Because I think that, obviously we're quarantining for a little bit longer now. We're going into May, if you will. So I'm assuming that if people are kind of hating each other now in this first month, like that second month, we may have a spike in
I definitely agree.
Yeah, right? That I'm thinking, because how long do you think, if you didn't like somebody, if you were living with someone, you just didn't like them, okay, married or unmarried, just a relationship.
Oh, wow.
How much time do you think
you said that. Funny you said that.
Okay, we got something here. What do you got for me?
We got a lot of stuff. So let me go to your point real quick. Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, but my best solution is, instead of punch it out, fuck it out. When in doubt, fuck it out. Bust a nut, my friends, okay? So it takes all the stress away. Write that down.
When
One in doubt, take the stress away.
Fuck it out.
Yeah.
Remember that.
But ultimately, yes, it's going to get a lot worse. Speaking of, I want to update you real quick if I can have a moment.
Sure.
Okay, so since you last seen me, I'm moving out of my condo, right? I was supposed to be moving in a condo to Orlando, and then I got that house in Gulfport.
Oh,
and then, and then I met somebody very unexpectedly. You know me. Last time you talked to me.
Wow, you hit sparks since the last time. Wow,
and that's not me. You know, last time I hit a spark, I got stabbed in the back. So
right. I didn't want to bring that up, but like, your little stabbing incident, would have brought you some lessons. It's a real thing. Yes, okay.
It's a real fucking thing. I got stabbed 12 stitches. 2 of them popped out. Don't want to tell y'all.
Oh,
anyways.
So you met someone. That is wonderful. Congratulations.
Well, we met, and we got engaged.
Oh my God!
I know.
I was seeing something huge there, and I was like, "Wait, is she scratching her face? She should wash her hands before she touches his face." No, you are showing me a massive wow. It looks like you have an iceberg on your hand. Like that is.
This is his house and his front door. It's all Versace.
Oh my God!
The whole thing is painted in Versace.
That is gorgeous. Is this your new home?
Yes, his name's Bobby.
Well, then congratulations. You are engaged. Wow. I think we broke people's hearts. Guys, don't start crying.
But no, not really, because we like doing everything together, so my lifestyle is not changing.
Oh, okay. So he's receptive towards your career and what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, as soon as we met, he's like the older male version of me, but more like sophisticated and a little raunchier. With a huge dick.
Okay. Hey, listen, I think that helps in a relationship, especially in today's times.
So what you were saying earlier, meeting somebody in the coronavirus, right before we met, the coronavirus,
right.
We got engaged, and now we're like in the house together and living life together. That's a real testament of your time in relationship.
How is that? See, I would have never expected a scenario like that. I'm thinking of people that are already kind of been together for years. You just how long have you known
you're
them
a cool-ass motherfucker. I just met a cool-ass motherfucker like me. We're getting ready. We just bought some protection.
Okay, that's definitely going to scare the corona away. That is for sure. Like, yeah.
Don't mean scared.
Yeah, the corona will run away looking at an AK-47. Like, Nothing
Yeah, I think
says getaway
you
Corona
have
like
to
an
be
AK-47.
prepared for everything. You know what I mean?
So that's wonderful. So how's that work coming along? Now you guys are still getting. I'm assuming you got to know him, or is this love at first
Oh,
sight
we
type
knew
of
each
thing?
other. The first 2 days, we had like 72 dates consecutive. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah. We
72
both live
dates
a very
consecutive.
fast life.
That is
Yeah.
a lot of dates.
And then got married in 24 hours. I mean, engaged in 24 hours. He proposed to me when we were crashing a wedding. We weren't really crashing it. He was invited because he had to bring the rolls for the bride and groom.
Sure.
But we got kicked out right before he proposed, and then we just like said, "Fuck it, let's go."
Hey,
He's like a personality like me.
that sounds like a memory. Like, hey, listen, man, we came to crash your wedding. That's kind of upstaging, though. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you guys kind of stole the thunder of the other wedding.
No, it's like he's like, okay. So for example, you see in my house, I showed you pictures, you've seen everything. So when you walk into my house, it's like beautiful glass and diamonds and just like dripping gold everywhere.
Right.
His house is like mine times 10.
Yeah.
And then like we met each other at a restaurant called the Toasted Monkey.
I love anything that has monkey in it. Honestly, I've been to the Drunken Monkey. You don't even know.
It's hard with 3, baby.
So let me ask you now. Being that you guys are together, what have you guys been able to do? Now, see, your situation is kind of like apples to oranges now in these times, because you guys are in a fun phase. You know, you're still into each other. You're not tired of one another.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's challenging too because he's a very like socialite person. He likes to go out every single night, or a few places to a few bars or restaurants or this and that, some clubs. We love going to strip clubs together, all that good stuff. But now that everything's quarantined, he's like getting antsy.
What have you been able to
I
learn
got the
about
full
him?
entertainment all the time.
So okay, let me ask now. What have you been able to discover about your new partner in these times that you didn't know before this?
Okay, the hardest thing, well, the thing that I love about him the most is he loves and appreciates and accepts me for who I am and doesn't want to change me.
Okay.
That's the most key thing, and then that you can coincide your lives together and live together and be happy. Like you like doing the same things together every day. You like going motorcycling or boating or like fucking around or just fucking each other. You know, good stuff like that. And then, but the most challenging thing I honestly can tell you is because of he has a past, I have a past, and our current people that surround us may not accept it.
Okay, well, I mean, some things, you know, when you're in a relationship that's love at first sight, you know, for those that are around you, sometimes it's kind of like like a shock. You know, it's not a bad one, but it's just like, like, whoa, you know, last week I was just talking to you, and now you've got the iceberg that sunk the Titanic on your finger. Like, okay,
yeah, last week
sure.
When you last talked to me, I was like, book relationships. Here, I'm gonna show you the stabbing. It was bad. This is not good. Yeah, it's a real
that should be a mental reminder of not
but
to
that's,
kind of.
You asked me, do you get in relationships anymore? I was like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I really didn't expect to meet him, but I was just walking off the beach, and he was like, hey.
That just changes the world, man. When they hate you.
His hate changed my world.
Hey,
he's right here if you guys want to meet him.
Oh, he could come in and say hello. There's no problem.
Yeah?
This isn't just a Juicy Jen
His name's
show.
Bobby. We tried to make him a porn star, but his family didn't accept.
What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey.
Yeah, I was a porn star for a week until my mother found out. I was Bobby Cox, COXXX, which is pretty good because we do some amazing things together.
Yeah, fun time.
Blowing up the world. We take the boat out every day, and that's how we quarantine ourselves. We take the boat out and chill and catch fish and cook them and eat them and
dance naked on the boat.
Okay, so you guys,
make the neighbors mad.
It's hard to bar hop when the bars are closed.
So it sounds like you guys are just trying to make do. It sounds like you're trying to get by. Just get on the boat and fish.
We're just trying to live each day like it was our last, even if it might be.
I'm trying to be as frugal as possible during these hard times.
Hey, just sip a glass an hour.
Chill out at the house, but the house wasn't good enough, so we're in the middle of buying another house right now up the street, a little bit bigger. I didn't realize she had so much shit. I need an extra 3,000 square feet.
So you know what? That's a good question. Now, see, he just discovered that you had an extra 3,000 square feet of stuff that he needs to now find no places to store.
It's okay though. I found the perfect place for us. It's only 10 doors down, and the whole ceiling opens up. It's a huge crystal, Swarovski crystal ceiling. It opens up, and you can see the stars at night. And when you want to be dark, even if it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I hit a button and it blackens it out.
So, just send me the address and let me know when I can stay over there.
Well, you could look me up, which will give you a lot of humor. If you just YouTube my name.
Goodness.
Actually, can I tell you this? I don't care because my reputation is so bad it don't matter. It can be everywhere. But all you have to do is YouTube Bobby, Bobby.
Okay. You
All
guys
right, write that down.
YouTube
Have
Bobby.
your secretary in the back. I saw him run for a pen. It's always hard to find a pen when you need one.
We've got viewers.
Last name, ready? Last name is Plant Haber, PLANTHABER, all one word. It's phonetic.
Plant Haber.
Oh, YouTube that and y'all will laugh your asses
No.
off. And you can put this on your show as well. I have many of them. I've done Bobby Flay instead of Bobby Flaybor and whatnots, this, that, the other thing.
We're gonna start
Armadillo
making our
Hunter.
own music videos and everything. But
Oh, my God.
Bobby,
And
let me
she's
ask
been
you a
perfect,
question.
but what is this?
There you
I'm
go.
blind, by the way. I just know she got some nice ass titties.
See, that's a great way to kind of lead off to my question here. So now you guys are a happy couple, right? You guys just you're in the
Well,
in
I'm
the
always
happy
angry.
phases.
She makes me happy.
yeah.
Okay, see, well there you go. That's always good. You always need someone to make you feel good. I mean,
Oh, my God. You wouldn't believe on it.
but let me ask you now, as a couple, you guys are do you feel like you're in that phase of funness right now, where it's all just fun and just like wow, it's all.
Well, that's how the first
it's
week or
like-
two, but we move life so fast that
Nah.
it's expedited.
I don't even look at
Now
it
we're
that way.
dealing with real shit, not just the coronavirus and relationship challenges, but oh, your family hates me. Oh, the whole neighborhood.
I did
hates me.
take a huge hit because I went from 99 girls to one.
Talk about a huge
Well,
hit.
let me
Wait,
tell you.
I lost 2 jobs, 2 houses. They want to take the car. They just took the phone, and he
Well,
didn't lose any
why
girls
don't you
because
show-
they still have fun.
They tried to take her car. Look what I bought her. Why don't you show them what I got you for a new car in the garage?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Why don't you show them that?
We,
Because that's
we
pretty
all
cool.
want to take the tour now, Bobby.
Why don't you give them a whole tour outside, honey? I'll open up the
Bobby's gonna take us now through a tour or to the new car.
Okay, this is the living room.
The
The pool's over there.
the living room
And this
already
is-
looks gorgeous.
The bed is so sexy. He used to have big cats, lots of big cats.
We you know what? There's MTV Cribs. Like you feel like this is MTV Cribs. Every man cribs.
Yeah.
Yes. First
Yeah.
edition with Juicy
That's the
Jen's
pool
house.
out there.
That is beautiful. There you go.
Hi.
Hey, I know that girl over there.
That's the bathroom and the huge
Your
wardrobe
bathroom
room.
looks like my apartment.
And then this is okay, baby.
This
This is the gold Rolls Royce. This is custom, one of a kind.
right. So that's
It's gold on the inside, gold on the outside, cream on the top, and you can see the stars.
It's old. It's a 2019, honey.
it's a 2019. You say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Your
beats
old bothers me a little bit.
This
This
my
is,
2017. It beats my 2017 Kia Soul.
This is Harley. When he
It's a 19. Show them my sweetheart. This is why she lost me, to be honest with you.
look at that.
Foot long, yes. Mine would have to be foot short.
The first moment he met me, I was coming off the beach and I was just rinsing off my feet. And he was like, "Oh, what do you drive?" I was like, "Oh, I just drive this little truck over here." And he's like, "Oh, I drive a truck too."
And the Versace lady
Jesus Christ!
looks just like you.
Can you see?
Is that your car, Juicy Jen?
Isn't that
That
crazy?
is insane.
Who are the artists that painted this?
This was done by the Vitali brothers. I fly them in from Italy, and they did the whole front of the house in Versace. And I got a lot of haters out there, to be honest with you, and a lot of ex-wives. I was married 4.5 times. So I don't count the Cuban girl because I never brought her here. But
Damn, I got my hands full.
hands and mouth. But what I did here is I just spent $40,000 to bulletproof my front door
Yeah.
with Versace's door that came from his
Yeah.
house in Miami
What?
that led to its swimming pool, which is right here. It
Yeah.
weighs about 2,800 pounds each
Versace,
side.
Versace.
Here we
What
have
is going on?
This
in
is
here?
the crib. This is the crib.
But wait, babe, I gotta show them the mailbox.
Oh, the mailbox is all important.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite things is the mailbox. Because,
Did you take it from
how
Versace
many
too?
times
Who,
a day the government
don't tell me
try to
that's
get his
Donatello.
mailbox taken
don't tell
away?
me you took Donatella's mailbox.
Oh, my mailbox cost me $10,000 to buy it and $50,000 in attorney fees to keep it. Watch out. Keep yourself
Jesus
from
Christ.
people.
What? Are you sure it's a mailbox or a post office?
Look at it.
No, that's a
That's a
that's
mailbox.
called a
Hold on.
female box.
You see it?
Yeah, yeah. Keep that steady there for a second. Are you guys looking at this?
This,
Juicy
this
Jen,
Versace,
is this based on
Versace,
Juicy
where
Jen
you
or
put
something?
The mail.
No, this is the mailbox for the house.
Very nice. No, that's the mailbox. I got
That
a
is
camera in case
insane.
everybody. Any of
You
these
see
old
why we're
folks wanna
perfect?
jerk
You
off
see
on.
now? Actually, his one of his ex-wives kind of like put lotion on her tits and then my truck handle because she's super jelly.
Oh, there's my porn star in front of my
She's
truck.
been breaking bottles and shit because I danced naked on the top.
On
And
top
they
of your
put
truck.
$20. They put $20 in the mailbox per dance.
Are you serious?
Yeah, lined up to the back.
Yes.
So this is how quarantine goes over at Juicy Jen's place.
This is the front Versace entrance.
Everything's virtual nowadays, especially right now.
Real 24 karat gold front door.
I feel like we're losing you there a little bit.
About 2,200 pounds.
We're losing video. I think he said he got a heavy
Nobody's
in it.
getting through there.
There we go.
There we go.
We're back in there. We're back in
This
there.
is his other aquarium.
Another aquarium. You guys don't even have fish tanks. Y'all got aquariums. That looks like a
Mhm.
painting, man.
That's actually a built-in lobster tank for when we have parties. I just keep fish in there when we're not partying.
Jesus.
He's lying to you. One of those fish is $1,000.
I got one of them little
These
foamy
are the
fishes
lions.
tanks. What is that? The ocean?
Lionfish.
Lionfish. Listen, man. I think Jen, your situation has gone from great to even greater. Like you guys look like
take
you
your
guys
losses,
are in a
but you have
very
to enjoy
comfortable
what you
area.
get.
Baby, you get over here. Your tits are more important than my face. All right? Well, my tits belong in her face, so it's all right.
Bobby gets the viewers.
Right.
You see why we get along so well?
I want y'all to remember this. A long time ago, okay, way back in the olden days in Zimbabwe. What do y'all probably know about
Zimbabwe
this?
at all places. Got it.
Jesus, baby.
They were building a railroad track, and the leopards kept killing all the village people. Okay.
Oh,
So
this is true. This is true.
they
fact.
send people in, and hundreds of these people, the railroad stopped from being built. So they had to kill the leopards that were eating all the village people that were building the railroad.
Because they're killing everybody.
And when I say the village people, I don't mean the band. I mean the village people in Zimbabwe, 1962.
He's a comedian too.
All right, so what I did, my family did back in the olden days, we didn't have slaves, but we had lots of people that were very nice to us, we were nice to them, and we
Where are you
wanted to
going with
save
this?
them. Well, they should see the leopard in the picture.
Okay, so what he did,
We took care of that problem and made the
they
railroad.
saved the whole
Yeah.
neighborhood. What he's saying is he saved the whole neighborhood. I'm going to
Well,
show you
the
some
whole
pictures.
village.
Okay, so there's these pictures of this leopard, right? And if you didn't have the pictures of the leopard, it's like the spots are a fingerprint. Then you couldn't have that up there.
Really?
You see that?
Yeah, I see the leopard.
Oh, no, now. That is a motherfucker.
Man,
So,
Bo-
The
Bobby-
village people got to survive, and then they later on became a group that sung gay music, I do believe.
Holy crap.
That's two different things.
Is
That's
it two different things?
two
I'm not
different
sure. I've
things.
been drinking a lot of Crown Royal
He's
today.
confused, no?
She rolls blunts up and stuff. I'm used to just smoking 1 or 2 hits of pot a day.
Hey, listen,
right now
man.
we're on quarantine. If you just walk in my front door, you'll be high.
Or a shot. Either one.
More
They
shots,
gotta be
actually.
another
Knock
shot.
first, call first, knock first.
Listen, I've partaken 420s with Jen over there, and I've lost my mind a couple times. I've been
Oh
like,
my
I don't know where I'm at anymore. Like,
When
all
you
of a sudden
guys,
I'm
I don't know what
speaking
you
English.
usually drink, but when you asked what I drink, I said I drink Crown.
Are you still maintaining your apple crown?
Oh, sweetie, that's all I've been maintaining.
Maintain.
Let me.
He maintains a bottle a day. And I'm talking the big bottle.
Yeah, Molly likes a bit.
Let me ask you something, Jen.
Bring a bottle of Crowns down here.
Well, I know this is a question now that's kind of a past tense with your status. You guys are a happy couple, it seems. But hot, pretty women right now being self-quarantined. How are they handling that? Because right now you're accompanied, but there's women out there that are just as hot as you in the world that are sitting at home. How do you think they manage, without having sex right now? Like they
Well,
do you think they play the
before
risk?
I met Bobby, before I managed, I have a collection of toys. If you don't know how to please yourself, like I said, if you don't bust a nut a day, what's your problem? You're automatically gonna get stressed. It's like that one ripple effect. If you wake out of the bed and you stub your toe, and then like roar, you're mad for the fucking day, then everything else is gonna make you mad. But if you bust a nut, then everything. Okay, a few days ago, I was so cranky. I was like rah rah rah. And he's like, what the fuck's wrong? I said, I just need to come.
It's just that simple.
I swear that will solve so many problems. If you can't do it, if you don't have somebody, you could do it yourself. If not, go to my website, therealjuicygin.com, and check it out.
Jen, let me ask, man. This.
Unless you're the guy to the left, you can always look me up on YouTube and jerk off to me.
He's not
Right.
there yet.
To those who might not find Juicy Jen enough, you've got Bobby over there.
Bobby Cox. Honestly, if all of your people tonight, if you really want to give them 3 hours of funny shit that they will laugh their asses off about,
Not just porn, but life.
not porn at all they have to do is YouTube Bobby Planthaber. You will laugh your fucking ass off.
We're gonna make sure we plug that in here during this show.
I mean, my last wife was a beauty queen.
You gotta be careful what you say. This is a PG show.
Oh, I didn't know it was PG. But
Yeah.
my last
It's not a
wife
PG
was,
show
Miss-
unless you're
my
saying
last-
perverted guests.
They're not allowed to
Okay,
talk
no
about
pervertedness. My last wife was Miss Brazil. Okay, very
wow.
beautiful girl. Some people came in and they tried to break into my house, which they did. They kicked
Sure.
the front door in. That's why I got my new bulletproof front door. But she shot them up real good. They had their bandanas on and stuff. And when you look at this, it will lead to other things that we've done, I've done, Jen's done. It'll give you just entertainment for the night.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure people are gonna check it out. Let me ask you,
You
Bobby,
will be crying tears of laughter.
You know what? Since I got you here, and I'm curious to ask. I guess you and maybe when Jen comes. Oh, Jen's still there. I thought she took off on us.
I had to go fix my drink.
Let me
Wow.
ask you guys.
Cindy says, does Bobby have a friend?
Does Bobby have a friend? Bobby, do you have any friends? Apparently now they want to know. Do you have any?
Our viewers want to know, Bobby.
Do you have a brother or spare that's kind of just as single as you were before?
The way you
Well, here's my problem. I have multiple personalities.
Oh, geez.
So I've got twins, but they're both me.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever
And
he
I gotta
gets
fuck
into his
'em all.
bipolar mode, he's available in that mode. So guys, let me ask you a question. All right, so obviously domestic violence is going up. Couples
Yeah.
are arguing. We talked about this a few moments ago.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? How do you think, guys, people can overcome that right now? How can people? What do you guys recommend people should do to tolerate one another?
You really, instead of getting frustrated and being angry with one another, doing something nice or simple compliment or a nice romantic gesture, you don't even gotta fucking buy a flower, pick a flower. Just pretend like you're a fucking flower. Dress up. When we're stressed out, I dress up 10 times a day, like 20 different outfits. I switch it up. You gotta keep it spicy, especially when you're fucking locked up together, if you wanna last.
Well, Jen, you must be super stressed because you put a different outfit on every time you go to the bathroom. And when she drinks a whole bottle of Crown every night, she goes to the bathroom 15 times.
Sir,
Keep
these
it
are notes I'm
spicy.
taking down.
It's a lot of outfits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm hearing all these arguments, but I think some people are just beyond the sexual point. When you feel that that's it, do you think that, I guess this will be another question. Do you guys think that the divorce rate is going to go up once this is over?
Do you say that one more time?
Do you think the divorce rate is going to go up once this
definitely.
is over?
Yeah. Divorce rate. I'll tell you the companies that are going to go down. Pretty much anything that you have to be in contact with. Most companies, everything online is going to come up. You know what I mean? And then those people online like me are going to help the people that are divorcing and angry come out of themselves and be good,
What do you think you have in mind?
Right?
What type of ideas or strategies would you suggest right now?
Well, obviously, I love to laugh and I love life and I'm just like a happy, outgoing person. And a lot of people don't feel that vibe right now. So they need to feel the energy off somebody if they can't feel it themselves. It's called a transference of energy. And we can transfer anything online, so that's perfect. Quarantine time, you know what I mean? But
Can I step in for a second about the divorce
Of course,
rate?
we want the
I
male's
think
perspective.
he knows better than me.
I do think, because I'm a professional married man, because I've been married 4.5 times.
This is great information right now then.
Yeah,
Right.
I've never
Now,
been married.
so I'm a professional getting married person.
He does this a lot.
All right. So I think on this island, we live on an island. It's called Terra Verde. Very small, very pristine. You can't get a condo out here for $1 million.
No, you can.
All right. So I think the divorce rate on this island is going to go down a lot because I'm with Juicy Jen. When I'm not with Juicy Jen, I create a lot of divorces.
Manifest that.
They have the horse whisperer.
Yes,
Well, I am the divorce whisperer.
the divorce whisperer.
But
guys.
now that I have Jen, I ain't whispering in none of my neighbors' ears. So I think that the divorce rate on the island is going to stay steady. But in the rest of the world, I don't know.
I get it now. He's
Definitely
not
my
roaming the
income
streets
coming
as
all the
often
way out,
anymore
though.
now. Okay, so any last advices for couples out there right now at home?
Really? Okay. You don't know what's going to happen today. Even before the coronavirus, you didn't know what was going to happen. You could trip and fall and bump your head. That's it, okay? Every day is beautiful. And if you have somebody that you love, you should love them fully. Why fucking stress or put extra anxiety or animosity on a hard situation? You're throwing salt in in the wound. You know what I mean? Like, why do that? Why don't you love each other? When in doubt, fuck it out. Suck each other, love each other. Like, come on, let's be pleasing instead of aggravating. Okay?
Nah, that sounded deep,
honestly,
man.
That is good advice for everyone out there. But no women thinks like my girl Juicy Jen here.
Women.
They just want to aggravate.
Listen,
Aggravation cause divorce problems with the neighbor.
when your man is like arguing, listen, women, this is for you, okay? When your man is arguing and frustrated, go put on a sexy outfit and open your mouth. And he will shut the fuck up.
Guys,
And
then
you
it
got
will
it.
save your
You got it. You
relationship.
heard that.
But don't forget handing him the remote control to the television.
Also,
He's
pass the
fixing a
remote.
drink first.
These are wise words. These are wise words.
This is how you're going to survive.
This is what the Every Man podcast show is about, providing useful information in critical times. Jen, where can people follow you right now? Where can people kind of get their juiciness?
Okay, my website is therealjuicygin.com. That's where I sell all my pictures, videos, my clothing line, and you can get my bio and so much more. I have a free sex blog called jinsjuicytruth.com. If you want something to put you to bed and you're really, really tired, or you want to read to your partner, sometimes I read him my sex book at night, and it's a turn on. It gets
That's
you
what
going.
I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You're not putting him to sleep. You're putting him to do something else.
I'm waking him up again. And then you can also check me out on minivids.com. I'm Juicy Gin XXX and OnlyFans Juicy Gin XXX, and I have a Sex Panther account if you want my personal phone number. Text me. Call me. Send pictures and vids.
There you go. Where's Bobby? Is Bobby still
Before I
around?
hang up, I'd like to say one more thing.
I'm sorry?
Is Bobby still there?
Yeah, he wants to say something.
Oh, I'm
Bobby.
right here, brother.
We got
Now-
any last minute words for us here? Last second words?
Absolutely. If y'all you in the studio or any of the people watching this, want to laugh your butts off tonight, just YouTube. Everybody has YouTube. Bobby, Bobby, Plantaber, Planthaber, and watch my homicide and my cooking videos.
He makes fucking funny
and
videos.
my crocodile hunting things and all that stuff.
I gotta
You'll
see
laugh
this
so
stuff.
hard.
It's like weird funny
You
videos.
won't even want. You won't even need your old lady coming there. You'll
Have
be
you
laughing
guys
so hard,
watched The
she'll
Tiger
she'll
King?
think you're looking at porn and you're not. You're
Let
just
me-
looking at something funny shit.
And then
Bobby, let me
hopefully
ask
that
you,
will
have
inspire
you-
you both to do something great.
Have you guys seen The Tiger
Absolutely.
King?
Yes, we've seen that.
What's your opinion
Oh
on
my-
The Tiger King?
He didn't see the last 2 episodes, so he's in the beginning and the middle. We're like, how is this Tiger King situation? It's not about the cats anymore. In the middle, it starts to get all like sexual and relationships and this and that. Polygamy over here. This woman killed her wife with the tigers and this and that. I'm like, oh my, there's a lot more to it. I just don't know how they got all of that shit is illegal. And to be honest with you,
Well, there's a
it's
gray
about
area.
the animals too. Yeah. I like to rather see animals in cages. Did you know at the end of that movie, I'm gonna fucking fuck up the last statistic right here. There's 20 to 50,000 tigers in captivity in the U.S. Do you know how many rest in the world?
No.
Less than 10 to 15.
Damn.
And you know what made me sad about that? And it made me do a very important thing in my life. Juicy Jen here has a bird she loves so much. It's just a little ringneck bird. It's very nice and polite. But I had 2 leopards myself here in my house that lived here. And then I put them out by the pool, but they were tearing my screen in and closure up. So I live in a state preserve. So I brought them out to the end of the state preserve and I let them go. And now there's 10, 12, 15. These things out there, they're having more fun than me and Jen.
Wait a minute. So you've got about 10 to 15 leopards now?
No,
well,
in the preserve.
Yeah, well, I let them go. I kept them in the house,
Right.
but they wanted to kill her.
They
But
got
then now
too
they're,
cute.
they're
and they
they've
wanted to
been
eat her.
released.
So who
Too-
wouldn't want to eat
Too
Juicy
much,
Jen? I mean,
too
she's
much
juicy.
pussy.
But yeah, I got rid of. There was too much pussy in the house, so I let my leopards go out in the preserve, and they're happy as a lark. They keep coming back. I throw them in the Bigfoot truck. I bring them back out there and stuff.
Bobby,
but,
would you be interested in doing the Leopard King?
No, not really. I don't like his clothes. He wears some fucking gay ass shirts.
That guy was he married 2 men, and one of the men sadly
The
committed
Leopard
suicide.
King is way better than the Tiger King here. The Leopard King is way different.
Oh, absolutely. Now I will do the Leopard King, but before you're gonna have to, you know what they say. You got a picture says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna love, and I'm good friends with a lot of famous people. I've been on the radio tons of times. I did Oprah. I did Today's Show. I did
You deal
everything
with a
you
lot
could
of
possibly
artists.
imagine.
That he deals with one Fogio Blow that
Foggiato Blow. I call him Forgot My Blow.
and then he films a lot with
But
the car.
he pays to come
Got
out
the
here. He's a
boombox.
white Jewish rapper that pays to come
All
out here.
tatted
and-
up.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
he
yeah.
put machine guns on his face and stuff like that. But
Sounds like a
I
classy
let him
gentleman.
I let him borrow my guns and my Rolls Royce and my girl in my house, and I let
Not
him
the
do
girl,
his
not the
rap. Well,
Hey, listen,
you can
hey,
take your booty in the
listen,
background if you
are
want.
you okay? Are you okay
Yeah,
with
not
the bald
borrow
guy?
the girl.
Listen,
I mean, I told Foggiato, I said, listen, Mr. Blow, all right?
Mr. Blow.
This kid grew up in my neighborhood. He's a rich Jewish kid. All right. I said, how do you have all these rap videos that you're putting out there, but there ain't no women in them? Nobody wants to see a rap video with no booty shaking.
yeah,
I think he
man.
said
What's
he
a
films
rapper
a lot
without
with
cars
Kid
and
Rock,
women?
and Kid Rock is so mainstream that he doesn't like that.
I think he sort of lies about that because Kid Rock is a friend of mine. I met him at the Don Cesar years ago. He slept on my couch behind me. And his name is Bobby as well, and I didn't even know who he was. I took him to my best friend's club called the Dollhouse because there were a bunch of old people at the Don Cesar, and he woke up on my couch and he said, oh my God, I need to get out of here. I wasn't supposed to leave the hotel. I need your address so I can get a bus. I said, listen, Bobby, I said, you don't need a bus. I'm going to go to work now. I'll drop you right off. The hotel's up the street. Next thing you know, he looked at my mail on my countertop. and 4 big Prevost buses showed up in front of my house. I said, who the hell is this
Oh
guy?
my gosh.
And then I got it, and then we started hanging out, this and another thing, but he
You
just
know what?
got
I think we're gonna
girl
have to have. I think we're gonna have to have Bobby on. We're gonna have to either go over there or
And
have
you're
him in
just gonna kick me
studio.
off and put Bobby on? He's
Yeah,
got a
like
million
this guy
stories.
has his
You
own
would love
story.
him.
You're gonna do that. I didn't even tell you about me fucking the Dixie chick, and I don't even know who the hell she
Listen,
is.
man,
I just know it was the lead singer, and she had some chunky ass legs.
I'm gonna have to hold you to the side. Like I'm gonna have to save the Leopard King for another episode. Like, guys,
Whenever you want, I am funny, and I will tell you things that are just, and I got pictures to back it. So it's
listen,
all
man.
good.
I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go and spend the year at your house. I mean the weekend and. And just,
Well, you can
know,
spend
if
a year at this house because I'm buying
We're
a
about to move
palatial
to another
castle 10 doors up.
Oh, that's fine. Listen,
Because
if that house is
Jen,
empty, I'll
Jen
keep it
loves
warm for you.
crystals. She loves diamonds. So I bought a house. I'm in the middle of buying a house right now with a whole diamond ceiling.
Hey, listen, just know that we're very good friends with Juicy Jen. We'll be
Oh, well, I'm very good friends with her too, but we did
right,
say
but not
no
as good
anal
as
on
you
the
are.
first
But
date.
Yeah, that was
we're like
rule number
family,
one.
and sometimes we need to borrow a Bentley to drive to the supermarket. Just
Listen, I stopped driving Bentleys when I was fucking 24 years old.
Okay, see,
Rolls Royce is the way I do it.
okay, see, I
got,
need to borrow.
I got Ghosts, I got Lamborghinis, I got
That's
jets,
great.
I got
Well,
boats,
well,
I
look,
got everything you can think of. But a Bentley is for your wife.
okay, well then, listen, man, I'll borrow the Rolls Royce because I need to go to Walmart. So like, sometimes you can't get shit that don't fit in other cars that only fits inside a Rolls Royce.
But you get in where you fit in, baby.
Right. I just want to buy a pack of condoms and walk inside a Rolls Royce and see what happens. Like, see what type of action comes from that.
Well, you
guys,
better hurry up. I get a new one every 2 years, and this one's a year old.
Guys, thank you for your time, man. You guys are an
Thank you.
awesome couple. Juicy Jen, we miss you. Hopefully we'll be seeing you guys in person and down the road. Again, you're family to the show, and
Thank you.
we want to make sure that we have many episodes like this in the future, hopefully in person.
If they ever want to do this
Definitely.
here at the house, they can, or the new house, or on the boat, or with the rolls. All they got to do is drive.
Have you done an episode on a boat, on a yacht?
No, but according to Bobby, that's what we're doing in his episode.
that's how he drives around on his boat like, "Rawr."
There we
So cute.
go. Yeah. Guys,
All gold, everything. Yeah.
we're hanging out, Bobby. Bobby, get ready for the crew. We're coming. We're coming, pal. We're coming.
Hey, we got more carrots than Bugs Bunny.
Oh, man. Damn this.
So show me your ring, baby doll.
Show him that
It's like a
iceberg.
little ice skating rink for baby mice.
Yeah, man. If shit gets hot, I should stand next to her so that way I could cool off.
Hey, if it isn't as big as the pupil, it's not big enough.
Oh.
Or remember,
And the pupil is called the student.
I said I bought me some rocks before I met Bobby or anybody, and I never have been engaged or proposed or anything like that. And he obviously has many times. But I take it very seriously because honestly, you have asked a lot about relationships, especially during this hard time. I never expected to meet him. You know me before this. I'm like a boss bitch.
I wasn't
like,
looking for her.
no, we were just like walking. Well, I was walking on the stand.
I
and
just
he
saw
was-
that ass. I was like, yo, baby, let me buy you a drink.
Oh,
She
man.
said, "What?" I said, "What do you drive?" She said, "A truck." I said, "Me too." She said, "What kind?" I said, "I drive a Platinum F-250 with 38-inch Mickey Thompson." She said, "I want to see it." I said, "Well, I'm in the Gold Rolls Royce today."
Oh,
It was
damn.
over at that point in time.
No, and then let me tell you the rest real quick before it's done. Because this man does absolutely his profession, he's a tree hugger. He's an arborist. So he does no physical work or manual labor
No manual
whatsoever.
labor.
And
Allergic to
as
it.
soon as I met him, I'm like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I just went to the Home Depot. I put a whole bunch of boxes in my truck. It's time for me to move to Orlando. I got to go pack a room. So that's what I'm doing right now. Nice to have a drink with you, but I got to go. And he's like, can I help you pack? So he's like putting boxes together with tape, very simple thing, not putting things in boxes yet. And he's like, this is the most manual labor I've ever done. I thought it was a joke.
You changed his
So
life.
It was not a joke, and I did not understand she was actually packing things.
He
I
was
thought
like,
I was the packer, not the box maker.
Yeah,
I got a paper cut. It still hurts.
Yeah, you
that was like
misread
month
that
and a half
one.
ago, 2 months ago.
Bobby misread
I'll
that
never
one.
do it again.
Now that you know the truth, he's gonna hire those renters next time.
But these are the things that you go through when you meet somebody, especially before the coronavirus. But now that we're all stuck together, you got to make it work, baby.
You know what? You're very fortunate, and I salute you guys. I hope everything works out wonderfully for you guys. I could see it does. Make sure to that's a good one, Walter. Make sure to invite us to the wedding. Don't forget us on it. We're there.
Definitely.
Okay, we'll pull up in borrowed Rolls Royces from Bobby. I'll drive you guys off on the wedding if need be. Who knows?
Cool.
Guys, thank you for the time. I'm going to let you guys go on that one. Enjoy it. Stay quarantined. Stay safe. We'll be in touch soon. Thank you, Bobby. You're the man back there.
Bobby. And when in doubt, love each other out.
Please do this when you hang up for yourself, not for me, because I don't get hits and I don't make money off of this or none of that stuff. But just take your TV and just YouTube Bobby Plant Haber.
You're going to laugh.
Bobby Plant Haber. YouTube it.
Haber.
YouTube it. Legit government.
Guys,
that's his government. Yeah, that's his government.
People think I'm a hitman. People think I'm like some type of dealer or something like that. I'm a wheeler and a dealer, but I don't do nothing illegal.
You're
I'm a tree hugger.
He's a tree hugger. That's what he does.
Fuck the Tiger King. You're the Leopard King.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Have a good one, man. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Hey, you can call me anytime you need, brother.
All right, man. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
He ran out of shit to say, so it's time to go. Yeah, that's
But yeah, you guys have been awesome. I'm gonna just wrap it up with this, guys. Be patient out there. You know, I know that this whole transitioning, because on top of us quarantining, this is a transition. This is a transition financially. This is a transition sociably. There's a lot of new things that are gonna come. One thing I'll ask next week, but maybe you guys can chime in and maybe want to send me some messages, and maybe hopefully if I get them on time, I can read them on the next episode. Guys, tell me what you think. The CDC says, Fauci over there says he thinks that we should eliminate handshaking forever. We should no longer shake hands. What do you guys recommend should be the new greeting? And I'm not talking about the greeting with you and your homeboys, because the ones with your homeboys are always different. Those have flaps in it and like hand bumps and shit. I'm not talking your homeboys greeting. I'm talking about the standard, hey, if I'm in a business setting, if I'm in an interview, if I'm meeting somebody, what do you recommend? Bowing? That's an Asian one. But look, there you go. Walter's got bowing. What do you guys recommend? What do you think should be our new way of greeting or agreeing on deals? Because you can't do a handshake deal anymore. Are we going to do a bow deal? We both spit on the floor? That's not good because droplets. Wait. But if you wear a mask and I spit, and then I wear a mask and you spit, that's how that goes. It's a spit deal. No, but guys, if you guys could think of any, just share them with me, man. Do you see anyone posting any nonsense out there right now before I go?
Nah, man.
Who's on there? Who's on there right now so I can just criticize?
We got Priscilla's watching. We got Lee Roberts watching. Mildred watching. Logic watching.
Logic.
Mary's my favorite because she beats up her boyfriend.
Mary's just beating up her boyfriend. She's probably busy beating up her boyfriend. Shout out to Logic, man. I like that guy. He's our biggest rooter. Cindy, is she still there?
Yeah,
That's amazing. Cindy, that's amazing.
Charles.
All right.
Who else is Dodbrick?
I don't know. That sounded like you cemented that last one.
Hey, man. I have a public school education.
Yep.
Don't expect much from me.
Guys, we're gonna wrap up the show. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank Juicy Jen and her husband or future husband to be for being a part of it. Walter, thank you, man. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He's willing to come either bring me Corona or get whatever Corona I have. That is phenomenal, and I hate them all at the same time for some reason for that. Thank you. Shout out to the crew, man. I know they're not here. Mr. Goodnight, Mateo, No Emotion, Seabass, Tarno, Sergio, Valeria, Tiffany, like all the gang, man. I miss you guys. Shout out to Kendall Podcast Studios. I haven't seen those guys in a while. Is she? Everyone. Guys, like and follow on social media, Everyman Podcast Show. YouTube, everymanpodcastshow.com is the website. On YouTube, it's just Everyman Podcast Show. Everything Everyman Podcast Show. Just think that, okay? Anything. Just type in Everyman Podcast Show. Shout out to my Facebook viewers and supporters out there. You guys are awesome. Mary, Cindy, Charles, Logic, anybody. Lewis. It doesn't matter, man. We know you guys are out there. Thank you for supporting. Please write. Apparently, I have Walter checking in for the comments. We'll see you on the next one. Shout out to my homie Poet Naved with this track, Thinking of You. We're always thinking of you guys. See you on the next one. Peace out, people.
Grants love in his wishes. She wants to be the answer to somebody's gypsy. Finding love is impatient. Hide and seek. Come find me. I'm tired of waiting. We are all looking for love. Mixed emotions confuse us from the lust. We look in the right places, but with the wrong feelings. We're not ready yet. 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 Thank y'all for listening to Lost Tapes Hidden Talent.
Oh, they said they ain't cutting the lights off. Okay, I was just making
You
sure.
don't pay me enough.
Yeah, the sound guy says it's over. Fuck you. I don't even care if I got nothing to do with the electricity. I'm just out of here.